Hey guys, it's Hey Dude. I guess I want to come back on here and do another video. This time talking about the Everybody Loves Raymond 30th anniversary reunion. I was just like, I'll admit, I did not have any idea, like when this was coming out, that it was actually coming out. Because anytime I watch a reunion, because it's very rarely I ever watch a reunion of a show I actually have seen. Because I know they came out with a Fresh Prince, a Bel Air one, and a Friends reunion as well, which I did watch a little bit of that, but I don't know. The Friends one I just didn't think was all that interesting to me. But the fact that they actually managed to get almost majority of the people that were, still around to be in this actual reunion, that was actually crazy. Like, the fact that they got Madeline Sweeten and Sullivan Sweeten, and when I seen that, what Madeline Sweeten looked like after more than almost actually, the fact that this is what Madeline Sweeten actually looks like now, I was like, holy shit. Because I guess I remember that one of her younger brothers, oh my god, I'm not even sure I feel comfortable even saying it on here, but one of her younger brothers, Sawyer Sweeten, died from suicide, 19, which honestly still kind of breaks my heart, because I remember when I found that out, I was like, god damn, which, I don't know, it kind of really goes to show, how much stress a kid can be under, even after all the, I don't want to say all the fame, but it's I don't know, that kid must have been under a ton of stress. And it just not to mention a smidge of others that, aren't around anymore that are from that show. It's it's, I don't know, it's kind of a valid reason maybe why it took so long for even a reunion to come out, because I don't know, now that even Doris Roberts ain't around anymore, because she died, I think, around 10 years ago as well, and I'm like, that one, I remember how heartbreaking that was, because, she was one of the souls of what made the show so goddamn great to begin with. I mean, hers, Marie Barone, I thought she was hilarious. Even Peter Boyle, that dude, honestly, when I was watching this show as a teenager, he was honestly, he was fucking comedy gold every time he would literally say the catchphrase, holy crap. I'm like, oh my god. Even Fred Willard, that dude was such a comedy icon in that show, the part where he literally straight up says to Robert, he's like, why don't you just drink poison? Even after Robert literally says that, it's like, do you have any? I'm like, bro, I even forgot, because I tried to see if there was any pictures or screenshots of it, but I couldn't find any. But I swear to God, I remember he appeared in Good Luck Charlie as, I don't know, Herb Pickler or something, some random dude that he appeared on the plane when Teddy would go back and forth from Boston to Denver, and then from Boston back to Denver. But yeah, it's I even remember the very first episode and how, vastly different everything was in the pilot compared to the rest of the show. From the fact that the kids' names were Matthew and Gregory, not Michael and Jeffrey. I was like, oh shit. Not to mention everything in the house looked different as well. I'm like, holy damn. It's again, it's crazy how, because again, it was 1996 compared to, later on when it ended in 2005. So it's that's 9 to 10 years that show was on the air for. And it's kind of sad how, straightforward they are about not making a reboot, because it's obvious why they're not making a reboot, because they even said how much too much respect they have for the show and for everybody who was in it, who made the show as good as it was. And it's again, that's honestly, that's too I mean, realistic. Or I don't know. Again, it's like, that's too upfront, because, like, again, it's like, you know, thinking, I don't know, they don't really seem like they would even really want to do a reboot in the first place. It's like, it's good to really watch the show for what it was, and it's like, the way it ended, I mean, I actually didn't mind it. I don't know, it's funny, because I remember watching the last episode. It was called the finale. It was like after Ray took his amnoids out, or got his amnoids taken out, I believe. It didn't feel much like an ending, because I remember before I watched the show officially, all I seen the dude as was fucking Manny the Mammoth from the Ice Age franchise. It's like, honestly, again, any other character, I can't remember him much as, but Manny the Mammoth, it's like, that dude's just like one of my favorite animated characters he played as. But just like, now after watching this show after more than 10 years ago, it's like, I can't really picture him doing any other show than, you know, Everybody Loves Raymond, or, you know, Raymond. It's like, I don't know. It's like, this show is kind of ingrained into my brain. Because, like, yeah, we had a bunch of these like this, Seinfeld, and I mean, even maybe Frasier, even, again, you had a bunch of sitcoms in the 80s and 90s, but this one kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. And it's like, I don't know, the ending, it's like, it didn't really feel like it fit in with the rest of the show, but it's like, it felt like just any other typical episode, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like, I remember there was a part where the doctor comes in, and even after all that, because they think he was gonna die, they just act all, you know, gloomy about it, and it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of an off-putting thing for them to have in that episode. But besides all that, I mean, I'll say it wasn't as good as all the other, you know, TV show sitcom finales I've ever seen. But again, on the other hand, it wasn't bad either. Honestly, it's like, again, it's just like, I'm glad that this show isn't getting a reboot, because it's like, again, we've already haven't had enough goddamn needless reboots nowadays, because I know it's what keeps Hollywood and a business going, because if they make reboots, they'll make money, and I'm like, I don't think anybody really cares too much about having to reboot any more reboots, because it's like, that's all Hollywood thinks they need nowadays. And it's like, again, it's like, Everybody Loves Raymond is better, is just, you know, it's staying as its own thing. It's like, again, so yeah, I mean, the reunion was actually pretty good, so yeah, I guess leave a comment down below if you guys want to, subscribe, share, we'll see you guys later, peace out.